All right, everybody, welcome to the Joe Wentz Project TV right here on YouTube. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas holiday. Mine, as you can probably tell, was rough. All right, that's a whole nother video in itself. And maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know. Anyway, but today's topic is about streaming live online via instruments. All right, playing music. If you're a musician and you want to stream live performing, or even record, like what I'm doing now, I'm recording this video. It's not live per se, but it would be the same setup if I was live. All my equipment and everything, there's nothing different. I would just click go live instead of pre-record, but it wouldn't alter anything. So what I'm using right now is Zoom. Zoom is brand new for me. I mean, even though Zoom's been around for quite some time, this is my first time using it as a musician, so to speak, playing some live tunes. So what I want to go over in this video is what platform do you think would suit you the best? I mean, there's multiple ones out there, and I've not tried every one. I've only tried a few, but the two I'm going to go over in this video is going to be Zoom and StreamYard, and those are the two that I've got experience with. Well, Zoom brand new, but I have been messing with it for a couple of weeks. Whatever platform you choose to use when you're streaming live, playing music, they have their own certain type of software, to run that application. So some are going to be better than others, right? I've seen for me that this mixer right here, which is a great mixer, a Live Track L8 by Zoom. All right, it's a great mixer. Now I'm using a LX8 by Harbinger, which is you get cleaner audio with that. But that's just part of the equation. All right, you got to have a platform that its software is really good and can handle audio very well as video, and things have come a long way in the past couple of years with that stuff. StreamYard has made some leaps and bounds, but I don't think, just for me personally, and again, it all depends on your equipment too, that it all kind of balances out. But I still think that if it's a good platform and the software is good, that's really going to help a lot. If you kind of know how to balance everything out, it's going to equal out in the end. StreamYard is good, but when I use I would call it my other live setup, and I would go through another platform, the audio sounded a lot better than it did on StreamYard. Now, in today's video, we're also going to compare Zoom and StreamYard as far as the audio quality and video quality while we're playing a song or something, or just parts of a song. We're not doing a concert here. We're just going over a few things to see what it's going to be subjective. What you may think sounds better than the other. The reason I'm doing this video is if you're thinking about a subscription, because all these platforms are subscription based. If you don't want to tie yourself up in a year's worth of subscription, if there's another platform out there that has better quality, and you're like, man, I'm already tied up in something else. So I mean, don't get me wrong, StreamYard has cool things that Zoom doesn't offer. You got your share screen option. That's really cool. That Zoom, I don't know if you can do. Again, I'm not qualified to really talk about Zoom. I'm not qualified to talk about much of anything. The little stuff I've looked at on Zoom, I don't know if you can screen share. That's it, screen share. I don't know if you can do that on here like you can StreamYard. Maybe you can if you have a certain level of membership. I have the basic pro membership. It's like, I don't know. I think after tax, and I was like $17 a month or something, and I just wanted the basic plan so I could stream from Zoom to my YouTube channel. Zoom, I don't think they have screen share. I don't think, and I don't think you can bring in like clips of things like StreamYard. If you're a pro member, You can have videos uploaded onto your control on the side if you're hosting the stream. You can play those videos at any time. It's really cool. I think it's really cool. Again, I haven't looked into Zoom deep enough to really know all the pros and cons. I'm just going by what I've dealt with up to this point, which has not been a very long time at all. But what I like about Zoom is, number one, the video quality is amazing. I mean, I am using a Zoom Q2N 4K camera. I did select high definition for my video quality. I think it has some really good options for musicians as far as the audio quality that you want to choose for the audience to hear. Of course, you want to have the best possible production that you can get. I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, real quick, if you're not a musician and you don't plan on playing music live or pre-recorded, this video is not for you. If you're just going to be talking on whatever platform it is, it don't matter. You can get Acme's live streaming service that's 99 cents a month. I've just made that up. I mean, it doesn't matter, But if you're a performing musician and you want to do something like this, you want to have the best quality you can. You don't want your music to sound underwater or what they call gargly, or you don't want that, because and you have to do test runs, man. I can't stress that enough. You need to learn how to work an interface. You need to learn how to work a little mixer. You need to learn how to set all your stuff up, how to hook it all up. And if you don't know how to do that, you have a lot of work ahead of you. It's a lot. It's not something that can be done in 10 minutes and say, oh, I got it. There's a lot to it, and it's a headache. I'm just telling you. If you want your stuff to sound right, if you don't care and you want it to sound like crap, then there you go. Then that's what you're going to get. But there's videos out there that go over kind of the basics of what to do, because there's no sense in me telling somebody how to do it, because everybody's computer is different, everybody's setup is different. Not everybody has the same setup I do. I just earlier this year I got this HeadRush Prime. Before I was using Zoom effects processor, which are great, but when I upgraded to the the HeadRush Prime, it was like, whoa, it was night and day, So, and then I got into some plugins from my friend R3 Lockinut. He got me in with some plugins there, learning how to use those. And, it was a learning curve. I had to learn how to do that. But when I understood it, it opened up a whole new world. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And so you have to take the time to learn these things. You can't just throw your hands up and say, well, I'm not messing with it. And I don't have time for that. Well, okay. I mean, you're only hurting yourself. So what the product you put out is going to reflect what you put into it. If you're lazy and you don't want to put in the time and effort, it's going to reflect on your videos, and I'm just telling you, and if you want people to watch it, man, you got to put some work into it, man. You just have to, unless you're 8 years old and you can play like Yngwie and okay, you got those too. There are videos out there to show you how to set up your Zoom audio controls, or whatever you want to call it, if you're a musician. And there's videos out there, and the guy explains it very easily. I mean, and it's not hard. So I got to give that up. That's a big point right there for Zoom in that box right there. It's to get things set up as far as what things to click for the audio recommendations and properties, whatever you want to call it. That's easy on Zoom. Another thing that I think will help, I recently have hardwired my laptop into my T-Mobile modem right there. Okay, you can see the cable coming out. Before I was using Wi-Fi, and even right here in the music room, I would the modem's right there. I would still get, every once in a while, it'd glitch. It would, the video would drop, or it'd be a hiccup in the audio, or it would freeze. And I'm like, oh my God, because you got, if my wife's in there watching one of the big smart TVs, and then she's on her phone, and it pulls bandwidth. And when you live stream, that pulls a lot of bandwidth. Now, to be fair, smart TVs, tablets, and smartphones, they don't pull that much bandwidth. They really don't. But when you're live streaming, and that's on top of it, unless you just got a whole bunch of money tied up into your internet system, you're going to have dropouts and stuff. So but I ran into an issue. My laptop does not have an Ethernet port on it, and so I was like, well, man, that kind of sucks. I would love to hardwire it, but I don't have an Ethernet port. And one night I just thought, I said, do they sell an Ethernet adapter that you can plug in like a USB port? And sure enough, they do. So I went on Amazon and ordered it, and I got it plugged in right now. So we are hardwired into the T-Mobile modem, and so hopefully that issue is resolved. I shouldn't have no glitchy moments. I shouldn't have no skipping or hesitation or pixelation. Hopefully all that is gone. So now we're using the StreamYard application here, and I'm kind of away from the microphone a little bit, so you got to give that into account. Okay. All right. Now I recorded those clips just as you saw them, in sequence like that. I didn't put one thing in front, I didn't mix nothing up. I went in order just as you saw it. All right. As I was doing that, I couldn't really tell a difference until I went back and watched the clips, everything that's edited as it's put together, like I said, in time, in order. Holy moly, man. I was going into this thing believing that Zoom had it hands down. Okay, now, like I said before, there's pros and cons to anything you do. And like I said, certain streaming platforms on here for musicians to play live music, some are better than others. Some have better software to support what musicians need to perform live online. And some are kind of mediocre, and some, people that don't have a trained ear aren't going to really tell. Okay. And the reason I've had this question rather asked so many times, why do you wear headphones all the time when you perform? Because you hear every nuance that you let me rephrase that. You need to hear every nuance that's going on when you're performing on a live stream. Okay. Now, playing in a club or something with something like that, that's different. But when you're doing this, you better be wearing headphones or you're going to be in for a rude awakening. It's going to be horrible. And you're not going to be happy with the outcome. As I went back and listened to the clips, like I said, I was blown away, man. StreamYard, I was very impressed. StreamYard has got it. Okay, now let's be fair. Okay, Zoom, the thing that works well in that, and for them rather, is the video quality aspect. The video quality is very good. I mean, it's better than StreamYard. Now, the thing that I like about Zoom is when you, not to, no pun intended, but when you zoom in on a clip, especially when you do a quick zoom in, you don't lose any quality. It stays, the picture, the resolution and all seems to stay the same to me. I'm not an expert. I didn't, I don't have a degree in that, but it just from my own eyes, it seems like the quality stays pretty up there. When you do that with StreamYard, it seems to lose some video quality, man. But this isn't about top-notch video quality. I mean, this is about performing live music on a live stream. So when you're doing that, what are you going for? You're going for top-notch audio quality, okay? So on the video side of things, Zoom's got it. But if I have to sacrifice one for the other and I can't have both, I'm going to take the audio quality side anytime, because that's what music is, right? That's what you're doing. If people can see your video but they can't make out what, they can't hear what you're doing, they can't understand what you're doing because the audio's screwed up or scrambled or underwater, you've lost them within seconds, maybe faster than that. But if your video quality is okay, but your audio quality is incredible, you're going to keep an audience. If they don't stick around, they're idiots. They don't know what they're doing anyway. Shame on them. They don't need to be on YouTube. So Zoom has got it on the video aspect. But far as live streaming and audio quality, man, it goes to StreamYard hands down. When I just did a couple of chords, warming up before I did an actual backing track on StreamYard, I mean, right away I could hear, I was like, oh my God, the stereo, the quality, the everything, the detail, and it was just there. I might be canceling my Zoom. Account. I hadn't even had it a month yet. So, that's why, for me personally, that's why when I sign up for something like this, like a Zoom streaming platform, they want you to do a yearly subscription. I don't do that, man. I do monthly, at least in the beginning. I didn't jump into it, but I went into this going, well, Zoom, I've always heard good things about it. Maybe it'll be better than StreamYard with the live music performance. Again, let me reiterate, when I was using StreamYard live music performance with my other rig here, it didn't sound like that, like we just heard. It didn't sound like that. It sounded more mono. I don't know. It just sounded more contrived, kind of like it did on Zoom. Sounded like that, you know. And that's how I've always been used to hearing it on the playbacks, on the live streams, on the replays, rather. I made a couple of fine tunings here the other week, and wow, that that made all the difference in the world. And plus, I'm using a different DAW too, so I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with it. And a different interface, and the whole nine, right? So like I told you, man, your equipment plays a major role in the overall outcome. The first thing is the streaming platform you're using. Like I said, StreamYard, Zoom, Twitch. I don't know. I know Twitch is more of a gaming thing. I don't do Twitch, but I don't know. Maybe there's some musicians that use it. I have no clue. YouTube, I've streamed live on YouTube with a setup, and it wasn't bad. It was okay. It didn't sound like what it sounded just now, like on StreamYard. It didn't sound that good, but it was like on that Zoom level. It was, so it all depends on what you want, and how much time you're willing to put into it to learn it. And if you want the ear candy, you got to put in the time, baby. That's just it. But yeah, so for me, StreamYard wins hands down. Which platform is the best for streaming live music for musicians? Yeah, StreamYard for me anyway. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a safe and happy rest of the holiday. And until next time, this is Joe for the G1 Project TV. Keep rocking, keep jamming, stay cool on your stool. Stay safe. See you later. Bye-bye.